Everybody, this is Barbara with Organize It, and I wanted to go over, what does a cleaning cost, or what is the average cost of house cleaning in the United States? So I have some facts, some information that we just want to share with you so that you can be better educated when it's time to look for a cleaning service. So I just want to get started and jump right in. So the US national average for house cleaning is about $180. That's the typical range. And it's between, it can be anywhere between 115 and 227. Of course, the amount varies depending on the size of your home and all that good stuff. There's a difference between using a professional cleaning agency and an individual. So typically a professional agency will charge more, and while your individuals will be at a lower rate. A maid service, typically a professional maid service, typically runs somewhere between I'm just reading my notes over here, typically runs somewhere between $30 to $50 an hour on average, but it can vary depending on your location. If you're using an individual housekeeper, it can vary between $9 to $24 an hour, depending on your location. So remember, with professional cleaning services, they're going to be a little bit more trained, so they'll be a little bit more efficient than hiring an individual, especially if they're just starting out. And hey, we've all been there because that's how I started. So on average, a biweekly cleaning for a 2-bedroom or a 900 square foot apartment can range anywhere from $80 to $130. So if you have, let's look at a house that's about 1,300 square feet, it can average anywhere from 90 to 160. Now these are national averages. And then if your home is as big as about 2,200 square feet, the typical range there could be somewhere around 120 to 190. Now this is for every 2 weeks. This is for bi-weekly service or twice a month. These costs really cover the basic service that is in a general recurring cleaning. And so remember, not all cleanings are created equal or created the same. And I'm at the end, if you stay on to the end, I'm going to show you what to look for when you're hiring that cleaning company or that cleaning service. So let's just talk about some topics. So you have individual housekeepers, you have small locally owned cleaning companies, you have large cleaning companies like franchises. And so when you're talking about an individual housekeeper, right, they're going to be great at doing that light dusting or vacuuming or mopping, wiping down counters. They're more cost effective than if you hire a professional company. But remember, you want to make sure typically these small individual housekeepers may not be insured, bonded, licensed, and registered with the state or county. So those are great things to look for when looking for a cleaning service. And if you need additional services, you might have to look elsewhere for additional add-ons or larger jobs, because that's an individual housekeeper. Small locally owned cleaning companies, they sit in the middle between the individual and that larger franchise. Most small locally owned companies are bonded and insured and registered with the state and your county. But those are great questions to ask when hiring a cleaning company. And they can always give you proof of this. This is something that we have at our disposal, so it should never be a problem. So when you're scouting for that company, ask. Don't be scared to ask. Are you insured? Are you bonded? Are you registered with your state and your county? Because this will help cover if there's any accidents in the home or an injury, right? They slip and fall in your house. So these things help cover the company and also cover you as a customer. And then large companies, you know, if you're in the market for a really specialized deep clean, a large cleaning company would be great to go with. They're a professional, or they offer professional deep cleans. They could do carpet cleaning, they could clean upholstery, they could flip mattresses. So they can handle large jobs, which would require a large team, you know, of 3 to 6 people. So those are just the 3 basics when you're looking for a cleaning company. Am I looking for an individual? Am I looking for a small locally owned company? Or am I looking for a larger franchise, that larger cleaning company? So, and let's talk about some pricing. So based on experience, price is based on experience. So when an individual house cleaner is just starting out and they need to build up some clientele, they're going to be less. They're probably going to be less because they have to learn, right? They have to build up that schedule. They have to learn. So if price is a concern, this may be a better way to go. You can take advantage of them having to learn and having to build up that schedule. So it's a great match. If you're looking to save a few dollars, hiring someone who is just getting started could always work, especially if they need, if you need a light cleaning, because typically, remember, it's an individual, so they would, a deep clean typically should take 10 to 12 hours, so that'd be a long day for one person. So you wouldn't want to hire them necessarily for a deep clean, but maybe some light cleaning. Big jobs, again, that require multiple people, it'd be better to go with that locally owned or larger franchise, larger company. And the hourly rate, the national hourly rate for a professional cleaning company is anywhere from about $35 to $50 an hour on average. But remember, you know, typically these employees are highly trained and very efficient at their job. Here at Organize It, we use a training system to our cleaning, which makes our cleaners uber efficient, right? We're paying for expertise. And then let's talk about how big your home is. So the size of the home is the biggest factor that determines pricing, right? So, you know, you can always get quotes online. You can call companies to get a quote. But when you're talking about quoting and square footage, the one thing I do want to bring up is you want to make sure that you're getting, when you're getting a price, that you're comparing apples to apples. So I want to do a screen share real fast, and I want to share with you guys that compare apples to apples, because everybody's version of clean is just a little bit different depending on what they include in their cleaning. So we try to be as transparent as possible here at Organize It. And we have checklists for each of our cleaning. So we sell it like a product, not a service. So you know what you're getting. And so we have our recurring cleaning checklist, which is this here on my screen. I'm showing you guys an example. We have our general cleaning checklist. It is 2 pages long. And this is what's included in a general clean. And then we have our deep cleaning checklist. And so it's everything that was in that general clean plus all of this stuff. So again, when you're pricing and you're getting estimates, make sure you're comparing apples to apples, because everyone's version of clean is just a little bit different. You could get a deep clean quote from someone and assume that it includes the refrigerator or the oven, and maybe it didn't, or vice versa. It didn't include it, or it did and you didn't realize it. And so the quotes, that's why sometimes when you get a quote, there's such a variation, is because, again, everybody's version of clean is different. In a deep clean, some companies include all the windows, interior windows. So make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Make sure you're getting a checklist to see what's included in that clean, so you have a good comparison of what you need. And also, you want to make sure that whoever you hire, if you're going with a company, is insured, bonded. And when we say insured, they have liability insurance, bonding, they're registered with your state or your county. They're good things to look up, and just seeing if they're registered with the state or county is actually public. You can just Google it. And then the insured and bonding, you would have to ask us for our certificates. And again, then the price will vary based off of how often do you need the cleaning, right? So it's more cost effective to keep a housekeeper or a cleaning service on an ongoing or recurring basis. That will bring your costs down to that weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly price versus one times or at a much higher rate than signing up for ongoing. So you can typically expect to pay for recurring service anywhere between $7 to $10 per, I believe it's per 100 square feet. Yes. So that's just a good rule of thumb. So hopefully this information was helpful and it's able to help you find a great fit for your cleaning needs at this time. If you have any questions at all, Organize It is here to help you in any way. Thank you guys and have an organized day.